Welcome back, everybody. We have our good friend Haley Sparks here with us this morning, and today she's showing you how to do some HIIT workouts for menopausal symptoms.
Yeah, I'm going to throw that in there.
This is unique.
Yes, because I'm always so nerdy about hormones, guys, gut health, but I'm just going to make a lot of you women feel seen this morning. So sometimes when you're going into the gym and you just really don't know what to do, right? Here's some guidance. So if you're entering into that perimenopause, which can be like 12 years prior to 44 years old, which is when we kind of enter into menopause, all right? You can be experiencing those perimenopausal symptoms. So HIIT workouts are super great because as we enter into these stages, women, we become a little bit more sensitive to glucose and to sugar and to carbs and things like that. And HIIT workouts will actually naturally decrease your fasting blood sugar levels. So that's a lot of words right there. But remember, we have blood sugar naturally in our stream. So at its resting level, these HIIT workouts will kind of lower those so that we can prevent diabetes and holding on to excess weight because of carbs, right? So HIIT exercises, a couple examples, guys, are the EMOMs that I show you, right? So let me give you an example. An EMOM, every minute on the minute, okay? Or a Tabata. If you're going to do something that's going to get your heart rate up, it can't just be squats, right? To make it HIIT, high intensity, we might add a jump to the squat. See the difference there? It's plyo exercises versus just the stagnant or the standing. And then we're gonna take a little bit of a rest to bring our heart rate down, and then you're gonna keep going. Maybe it's jump lunges, right? Getting the heart rate up here. But the whole key for HIIT or high intensity interval training is to bring your heart rate up, take it down for a short amount of time, not to recover, and then pick it back up again. I love spin classes for this. Yeah, spin classes will eat your lunch. You can't leave it. Everybody will see you leave it.
Yeah, man.
But that's a great one for perimenopausal.
Those spin classes ain't no joke. I did something some years back. And oh man, yeah, this is tough.
Yeah, so Tabatas, women, would be amazing for HIIT exercises. Plyometrics, spin classes, CrossFit. What else can we think of?
I mean, like sprints.
Yes, sprints.
So, like, when it comes down to HIIT workouts, how many rounds of them? How many rounds should they be? Should it be like 3 or 4, or is it just until you get tired?
Yeah, that's a good question. We need to get it long enough to where you're actually getting into a where you're burning some sugars, right? Because if not, it's just kind of more of like a recovery, getting some blood flow, right? I would recommend if you're going to do like a Tabata style, start with like 10 rounds. Maybe it's 30 seconds on, 10 seconds off. Or maybe it's 20 seconds on, 20 seconds off. See the variations that we can kind of do there? But maybe start with 10 rounds there, but you can see it's a short working amount of time, short rest time, but it's not a very long workout.
You get a lot of work in that short amount of time too. Now with that, should it be, how many exercises should it be in a round? Should it be anywhere from like 2 to 4, or do you, like a set number, or just
well,
how do
I'll
you
give you an example on why that doesn't matter. Because the burpee, for example, if you did that one exercise,
that's a cuss word.
Yeah, exactly. But think about that. If you did max burpees for 20 seconds, but then you rested for 20 seconds, that's like a full body workout. If you did push-ups for 20 seconds and then rested 20 seconds, maybe you're getting an upper body workout. So you could do one if that's kind of your goal, right? But to keep the intensity up, I like to kind of vary it between two or three.
You like burpees, man. I just,
Y'all still watch me, all right?
I can't do it, man.
Brainwash y'all like burpees too.
Man, I don't know. Maybe one day. Maybe she bribed me with.
It's just more bang for your buck.
The thing is,
get it over with.
If you get me to do a burpee, you have to bribe me with like a steak or something after it.
We can make this happen, Ro.
I gave you an idea. I shouldn't have gave it. Welcome back, everybody. We are back with Haley Sparks, and now we're talking about some ways to improve your nutrition when you're eating out at restaurants.
Yeah, I want to give you guys a couple of my favorites here in town because Amarillo, you're pretty good. Like, we've got some good places here, and they're mainly local, you know. Girasol, a lot of you guys know Girasol. One of my favorite places in town that you could always get something healthy is Girasol. Have you been there?
I have not.
I mean sunflower in Spanish. But she has a lot of New Mexico recipes. So speaking of like really likes New Mexico, a lot of jalapenos and chilies. A lot of green chilies in her things. Like the bacon and stuff is cured, and you got some green chili hints in there as well. But there's always great options at Girasol that you can eat healthy. Now, what is eating healthy? Because we can go to places and we can be like, well, this is healthy also, but what is even considered that? A couple of my biggest tips, guys, is try to stay away from, and I know there's some healthy places in town that have the wraps, right? But if we can stay away and have like whole foods, like the sweet potatoes instead of the wraps, you know, I mean, to be honest, that's probably going to be a better route to go. Now, I know Chick-fil-A, their wraps, I think they make those homemade every single day, and those are like quinoa and flax, right? So look at the ingredients and stuff too, but if you're just getting a tortilla and sticking some lettuce and tomatoes in it, like, I mean, Chipotle, you can really get some great bowls, right? But the wraps are kind of a different story. You know, there's a lot of gluten in those things as well. So if you're eating healthy at places, guys, go for the whole food sources.
Real quick, because you were talking about jalapenos and green chilies.
Yeah.
Talk about, like, when it comes down to it, the colorful vegetables, because we've always kind of heard like that visual trick, like the brighter the food is, the more visually appealing, the more you really kind of want to eat it.
Yeah, that's really true. We should be eating the rainbow, because the more colors that we're eating, the more nutrients that we're getting. If you actually look at a normal plate of us nowadays, it's kind of brown. You see bread, brown, potatoes, French fries, breads. Like, we don't have a lot of color on our plate. But with the color in our foods comes those nutrients. It's those phytoestrogen. It's the luciferous vegetables. Like, there's names to the colors of our foods because there's different nutrients to them. You know? Another one of my favorites is Tejevan. It's a Mexican food restaurant there it's by Tascosa High School. I really like their options also. Now, I know there's a lot of like tortillas and chips and things like that, but to be honest, they have homemade options that they make. Their protein sources are lean, and they always have salads and stuff like that on the side too. So if you like a variety, you don't just have to eat like the salads and things like that. There's other places in town, but just be mindful, you know.
So it's all about changing that mentality more whenever we go out. We don't have to get the crazy stuff. There is a way to enjoy it, but be sensible.
Absolutely. Be sensible.
Awesome. All right, the time is 6:46 coming up.